Hi friends, last time we have considered the isobaric process, the process which is related to constant pressure. पिछली बार हमने आइसोबैरिक प्रोसेस के बारे में डिस्कशन किया था, जो प्रोसेस प्रेशर के रिलेटेड थी, यानी प्रेशर कांस्टेंट रहता है. और आज हम आइसोकोरिक प्रोसेस means this is related to volume. This process related to volume means the process in which, what is the definition of isochloric process? Isochloric process की definition कैसी होगी? The process in which the process in which volume of a system constant, but pressure and temperature can change. The process in which, definition कैसी होगी? The process in which volume of a system constant, volume of the system remain constant, but pressure and temperature can change. ऐसी प्रोसेस जिसमें वॉल्यूम सिस्टम का कांस्टेंट रहेगा और प्रेशर और टेम्परेचर में भी चेंजेस, इट कैन चेंज. ओके, जो आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस की जो एग्जाम्पल है, डेली लाइफ एग्जाम्पल, इट इज अ वेरी फैमिलियर एग्जाम्पल, दैट इज द एयर कंडीशनर. एयर कंडीशनर इज बेस्ड ऑन द आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस. एयर कंडीशन में क्या होता है? इट टेक द हीट और लीव द हीट एट द कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम और द फिक्स वॉल्यूम. उसका जो एयर कंडीशनर का जो कंटेनर होता है उसका वॉल्यूम फिक्स होता है. इट टेक्स और लीव द हीट. सो एयर कंडीशनर इज एग्जाम्पल ऑफ आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस. अगर हम गैस को अगर हीट करते हैं इन अ फिक्स वॉल्यूम कंटेनर, that is heating of a gas in a fixed volume container, it is also the example of isochloric process. Diffusion of gas in a closed chamber, it is also the example of isochloric process. और जो गैसोलाइन मिक्सचर विथ एयर जो रिएक्शन होती है इंटरनल कंबस्टन इंजन इन द कार, जो साइकिल जो चलती है उसको हम ऑटो साइकिल कहते हैं. आइडियलाइज ऑटो साइकिल इज ऑल्सो बेस्ड ऑन द आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस. So isochloric process is also called as isovolumetric process or isometric process. It is also called as or isovolumetric process or isometric process. Isovolumetric process or isometric process. ठीक है. और जो प्रेशर कुकर जो है, बिफोर रिलीज जो हीट स्टीम जो है वो स्टीम रिलीज करने के पहले इट इज अ क्वाइट मैच विथ द आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस. जो हमारा जो प्रेशर कुकर है, हमारे घर में जो प्रेशर कुकर है, वो उसकी जो स्टीम रिलीज करने के पहले इट इज एक्ट्स एज अ क्वाइट आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस. इट इज नॉट अ ट्रूली आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस, बिकॉज अगर हम प्रेशर कुकर को अगर अपन हीटेड कर रहे हैं तो उसका वॉल्यूम भी एक्सपांड हो रहा है. ओके, सो इट इज क्वाइट आइसोक्लोरिक प्रोसेस. इट इज नॉट अ ट्रूली isochronic process before release the steam. Okay, so this isochloric process in which the volume is remain constant means V that is equal to constant. So del V that is equal to 0. Del V that is equal to 0. And what is the equation of state for isochloric process? That is a P by T that is equal to constant. P by T that is equal to constant means pressure and temperature changes. Pressure and temperature changes. And in that condition, in that process in which the volume is remain constant, and we know that a student, according to formula of work, that is W equal to P delta V. We use a delta V, P delta V. So this is equal to 0. And we also know that theoretically, we also know that in which process the volume is constant, so work is equal to 0. No work is done in case of the constant volume process. In case of the constant volume process, so W it is equal to 0. So according to first law of thermodynamics, it is given by Q. It is given by Q equal to U plus or U equal to U or del U equal to Q minus W. Del U equal to Q minus W. So del U that is equal to Q. Substitute the value of W 0 in the above equation. We get del U that is equal to Q. Del U that is equal to Q. What we draw the conclusion? इससे हम conclusion क्या निकलेगा? इससे ये इक्वेशन से कौन सा conclusion निकलेगा कि जो हीट जो सप्लाइड की है सिस्टम के लिए, it is in itself. It is in the itself in the system, and it is used to increase the internal energy of the system. So del U equal to Q, and we know that student, in case of the specific heat at constant volume CV, that is equal to CV that is equal to del U by del T. CV that is equal to del U by del T. So del U equal to CV और dt. del U del T लिखो या dt भी लिया तो चलेगा. CV del T. CV del T. CV equal to del U del T or del U equal to CV del T or CV dt N. CV dt N. So N is the number of moles. N is the number of moles. What is the pressure volume diagram for isochloric process? What is the pressure volume diagram for isochloric process? This is the pressure axis. This is the volume axis. And it is the initial state A and it is the final state B. So it is related to Pi and it is related to Pf. Initial pressure, final pressure, but volume is remain same. Volume is remain same, and in this case W equal to 0. W equal to 0. In case of the curve, pressure volume diagram curve for isochloric process. In case of the isothermal process, pressure volume curve is called as the isotherm, and in case of this isobaric process, it is called as the isobar, and in case of the isochloric process, it is called as the isochore. It is called as the isochore. Okay, so what we draw the conclusion, final conclusion in case of the isochloric process. In isochloric process, del V it is equal to 0, means volume remain constant, W equal to 0, means no work done on its environment. No work is done on its environment. Del T is not equal to 0. Del T is not equal to 0 means the temperature of this system does not constant. It is changes. So this is and pressure is also changes. So del T or P is not equal to 0, or del P is not equal to 0, or del U is also not equal to 0. Del U that is equal to Q. Del U that is equal to Q. So this is all about the isochloric process. Thank you so much, student.